Welcome! When we look back at the history between Canada and Korea, certain moments stand out as foundational. Interestingly, several of these pivotal events, spanning conflict, diplomacy, trade, and sport, took place in the month of February. Let's start with the extreme intensity of the Korean War in 1951. In February, as the front line shifted dramatically due to Chinese intervention, the 2nd Battalion of the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry was deployed on the front lines, playing a significant role in Operation Thunderbolt starting February 4th. But their efforts weren't purely military. During this fierce time, these Canadian troops demonstrated profound humanity, sharing their limited rations with starving Korean war orphans. Their actions went far beyond the call of duty. Moving back a few years to early February 1948, the future of the Korean Peninsula was being debated at the UN. Canada was a member of the United Nations Temporary Commission on Korea. The Canadian government instructed its representative, George Patterson, to take a very careful position. Patterson expressed concern that if a general election across both North and South Korea wasn't possible, the UN's authority might be undermined. Although the final decision was to proceed with an election only in the South, Canada's emphasis on procedural legitimacy and peace laid critical groundwork, contributing to the strong alliance established years later in 1963. Leaping forward to the modern era, February 2015 marked a tangible shift in the relationship following the Korea-Canada Free Trade Agreement, which had entered force just a month earlier. This month saw bilateral exchanges fully realize their potential as an economic partnership. Korean products became common and competitive in places like Toronto's Korean markets and the LCBO, while Canadian seafood such as lobster and ice wine gained popularity in Korea. This period spurred active expansion by Korean corporations into Ontario, setting the stage for the massive EV battery plant developments we see today. It also strengthened the flow of Korean youths coming to Toronto via working holiday programs or immigration after study. Finally, we look at February 8, 2018, the day before the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics began. Media outlets in both countries highlighted the historical bond, recalling the success of the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. The Canadian team was warmly received, and the Korean community in Toronto demonstrated the powerful shared spirit by enthusiastically cheering for both Canada and Korea throughout the Games. From the battlefields of the 1950s to the world stage of international trade and sport, February has repeatedly cemented the deep and diverse connections between Canada and Korea. To explore these moments in further detail, view the full article on the website or listen to the full podcast on YouTube.